Change News.
Welcome to Voice of Change Radio News. I'm Amanda Kumalo. A quick look at the top stories. Re-engagement drive continues to bear fruit. In business news, ZIMRA Commissioner-General urged the fiscal policy to be gender inclusive. In regional and international news, China calls for Russia-Ukraine ceasefire, proposes path to peace. In sports, Manchester United beats Barcelona. The news in detail. President Mnangagwa has said Zimbabwe's engagement and re-engagement efforts continue to bear fruit as evidenced by the partial removal of illegal sanctions by the European Union, development assistance by the European Development Fund, and the invitation of Harare for the first time to the United States Africa Summit last year, among others. He also said this comes as Africa continues to rise, feed itself, industrialize, modernize, and grow its economies. President Mnangagwa said this yesterday at State House in Harare while hosting a reception for ambassadors and international organizations accredited to Zimbabwe for his annual New Year greetings and meeting with diplomats. The ruling ZANU-PF party has expressed dissatisfaction with the gazetted final delimitation report, which established new political boundaries for wards and constituencies ahead of the 2023 harmonized elections. ZANU-PF spokesperson Christopher Mchangwa on Thursday said that the ruling party was going to finally bury the Citizens Coalition for Change (CCC) in the upcoming election. In business news, the ZIMRA Commissioner-General Ms. Regina Shinamasa has stressed on the need for the crafting of a fiscal policy that is gender-sensitive, while also taking into consideration the contribution of the disadvantaged groups. Ms. Shinamasa was speaking at a recent Women in Tax Dialogue Forum that was organized by Africa Tax Administrative Forum. In regional and international news, China has called for a ceasefire between Ukraine and Russia and a gradual de-escalation of the situation that will pave the way for peace talks as part of a 12-point proposal to end the conflict. The peace plan, which was made by the Chinese Ministry of Foreign Affairs, also recommended an end to Western sanctions against Russia, the establishment of a humanitarian corridors for the evacuation of civilians, and steps to ensure the export of grain after disruptions caused global food prices to spike last year. The government of China also urged the warring parties to be rational and exercise restraint, avoid fanning the flames and aggravating tensions. And finally, in sports, Barcelona's aspirations of progressing to the Europa League last season suffered a major setback as the Spanish-based football team lost 2-1 against the Red Devils Manchester United. On goal aggregate, Manchester had 4 whilst Barcelona had 3 goals since both teams drew 2-2 in a match that was played last week. That brings us to the end of this bulletin.
Voice of Change News.